Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome to this flow. This week physically we're working on arm balances. There's one specific one we're building up to is crow, but single leg crow if you're familiar with crow. So the quote I'd like to kick off this class with today is by Kotler, an author I now love, thanks to Michelle Lynn and Steve who bought me an awesome book for my birthday. He writes books on flow state, and so getting into that beautiful state where that monkey mind switches off and you're in this beautiful flow. It's called transient hypofrontality. It's a state we get into in breath work as well. And yoga and breathing together can bring you into this state. So the quote is, and I love it, been there, done that, and give me more. Been there, done that, and give me more. Keep that in mind if it speaks to you today. For me, it's very playful, but it really speaks to my yoga and breathwork practice because it's like I've done tens of thousands of yoga classes in my life. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. A lot. And for me, it never gets old. It's always special. It always gives me something, and it really brings me out of that busy mind and into my body. So, been there, done that, and give me more. Let's start with some very simple breaths. So just take a seat, close your eyes, wriggle your toes, make fists and release, and roll your shoulders. Any movement just coming into your body. Then you can come to stillness and take a deep breath. Let it go. Deeply in. Let it go. Join me if you can. 4, 2, 6. In for 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4. 2 hold. 6 out. 4 in. 2 hold. 6 out. 4 in, 2 hold, 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 6 out. Deep breath in, sigh it away, and come to child's pose, Balasana. Any variation of this is welcome. Today I'm going to put the microphone there. I'm going to use blocks for this one today. Forearms on the blocks, head underneath, so that opens the chest and shoulders. You can just reach forward if you want, just choose a variation that you like. Remember that beautiful quote, been there, done that, and give me more. That makes me feel very grateful for many things in my life that I've done so many times, and I keep doing them because they give me so much joy and pleasure and peace. Big, expansive breaths into the belly. Feel your diaphragm expand in all directions. And then rise. Blocks to the side, straight to down dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Walk this out.
One heel down and then the next. Maybe shake out your head. Right leg to the sky will wake up your core straight away. Squeeze on your glutes. Knee to your nose in high plank. Try to round your back. Touch your knee to your nose. Then knee to right elbow. Knee to nose. Tap the floor with your knee. Knee to your nose. Right elbow. Nose. Floor. Nose. Elbow. Nose. Floor. Three-legged dog. Walk your hands to that back foot. Splits, but don't go wild because you're not warmed up. Just take it easy. Just opening up that standing leg. Just relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Walk your hands forward again, come back to down dog. Lift your left leg high, squeeze on your glutes. High plank, knee to your nose, round your back. Knee to left elbow, knee to nose, knee taps floor. Knee to nose, left elbow, nose, floor. Nose, elbow, nose, floor. Three-legged dog. Walk your hands to the back. Shoulders relaxed. Now in this class, modify whatever you need. You should know by now that you're welcome to change things. Just keep it safe for you. Walk your hands forward. Step your left foot forward, your right foot forward. Hip width apart, ragdoll. Hold your elbows, bounce up and down. Start to get into your lower back and hamstrings. Sway side to side. If you can clasp your hands behind you, press your palms together, let your knuckles fall toward the floor overhead, if your hands will move. I really like to turn my chest side to side when I'm doing this. It gets into the shoulders a lot. If you can't do this, just keep holding your elbows, keep swaying. Fingertips to the floor, shuffle your feet closer. Bend your knees, roll up your spine to stand. Shoulders back, chest forward, arms sweep up. Palms to heart center. Close your eyes and either set your own intention or just remember that quote if it speaks to you. Been there, done that, and give me more. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Let's get moving, team. Arms sweep up, huge breath. Fold. Lift halfway. High plank to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Cobra. Shoulders back, chest forward. Squeeze on your glutes. Cobra, you should be able to lift your hands and you're still in the same shape. It's a very active pose. Lower down, high plank. Down dog. Heels lift, knees bend, walk forward or hop. Halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana. You want to squeeze on your glutes, then fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Half lift. Either float to low plank or step to high, then drop low. Your choice, Cobra again, or up dog, thighs activated, legs lifted. Or a push-up if you go to tense back, lower back. Lift your heels, knees bend, step or float forward. Halfway lift. Take your bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Half lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Back bend or push-up. Downward facing. Now being arm balance week, we're really getting into the arms. So modify when you need. High plank. Bring your feet hip width apart. Right arm high, side plank, Vashisthasana.
If you need to, you can drop the bottom knee, but if you do, make sure it's under the hip so you don't really need pressure on this front arm. If possible, lift the right leg. Wild thing, you're opening up the right side so your left leg stays straight. Reach your right arm forward. Right arm up, right leg lifts. Slow motion, step to a wide lunge. Bring your right toes just off the mat, hands inside of the foot. Bow and let that right knee fall away. Head towards the floor. Straighten your arms, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Stalk. Lift your back knee. Arms reach up. Arrowhead, long step back. Make sure your core is squeezed on, your back thigh is on, you're reaching back. Your fingers are active. You're leaning over this leg, making it work really hard. Now slow motion to crescent lunge to really squeeze on your front hamstrings and glutes as you rise. A little lower. Your back heel presses back. Take another breath. Left hand to the floor and look up at your right thumb. If you can, otherwise look down. Crescent lunge, both arms reach back up. Warrior two, back heel is down, right toes and knee face forward. Sink low. Reverse your warrior, reach your right arm back. Hands to the floor. We float high to low plank. Push up, back bend. Down dog, hips high. High plank. Left arm high, Vashisthasana, side plank. Lift the leg if you can, take the foot just behind, lift that left hip, reach the left arm forward, wild thing. Your belly button faces sideways in this pose. It's different to flip dog. Lift the arm, lift your left leg. Take a few counts to get to your wide lunge so your toes are just off the mat. Take a bow, head towards the floor, knee goes out. Straighten your arms, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Step between your hands and into stalk. Lift your right knee. Arrowhead. Shoulders back, chest forward. Really wake up your lungs. Crescent, slowly rise. Sink a bit lower, push the heel back, take another breath. Now right hand to the floor, twisted lunge. Back into your crescent, arms sweep up. Warrior two. Sink into that front leg. Make sure that knee is over the ankle, not past the toes. And then reverse. Left arm behind. Hands to floor, high plank to low. Back bend push up. Downward facing. High plank. Right arm high. Lift the right leg, take the foot behind, reach forward. Reach up, lift the leg, wide lunge. Hands inside the foot, bow down. Arms straight, three-legged dog. Step forward between your hands, stalk. Lift your back knee, arms reach up. Exhale, arrowhead. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist, left hand down. Maybe look up. Hold on the breath out. Crescent lunge, both arms high. Warrior two, back heel down. Reverse. Hands to floor. High to low. Back bend push up. Down dog, hips up. High plank. Left arm high. Left leg lifts. Wild thing, reach forward. Lift the arm, lift the leg, step to the side of the mat. Take your bow, opening this hip, push the knee away. Arm straight. Left leg high. Low lunge. Into your stalk. Lift your knee, lift your arms. Arrowhead. Crescent. twist, and hold. Back to crescent. Warrior two. Reverse. To the floor. Low plank. Cobra, up dog or push up. Down dog. Once more, high plank. Right arm high. Right leg lifts. Wild thing. Hold for a breath in. Reach the arm up. Lift the leg up. Step to the side. Take your bow. The knee falls away. Arms straight, three-legged dog. Step forward into stalk. Arrow. Crescent. Twist. Hold. Reach back up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Nice fluid movements. Very powerful breaths. We flow. Downward facing. High plank. Left arm high. Left leg lifts. Left foot behind. Reach forward. Take a breath. Lift the arm. Lift the leg. Step out to the left. Take your bow. Arms straight. Three-legged dog. Step forward and rise into stalk. Arrow. Reach up. Twist. Right hand down, left arm up, hold. Both arms straight back up. Warrior two, back heel down. Inhale to reverse. Hands to the floor. Keep it moving. Now make your way to the front of your mat. Step, hop, or handstand. Roll yourself up to stand. Palms to heart center. Okay, we're working on crow. We might move into a single leg crow. We'll see how you go. I'm going to show you both. So crow, just start if you know what you're doing. If you're new, well, firstly, this is the pose if you're not sure. I put my knees on my arms, just under the armpits, and push my upper back to the ceiling, because that gives it a nice stretch, especially the spine. I like to bring my big toes together, because I'm more steady that way. Feet apart is absolutely fine. Another way you can do this shape if you can't get your knees on your arms is to bring your shins across the back of your arms and squeeze your knees in. Do that if you need to. If you're new to the pose, what I want you to practice is this. Keep your toes down, but make sure your knees or shins are on your arms and your shoulders are in front of your fingertips, and just hold it. Try not to come up and fall out, and up and fall out, and up and fall out. Just practice holding with your toes down at first, so you get used to and stronger and build more stamina at holding yourself in this position. And then eventually, once you're used to holding yourself here, then you try to lift 1 foot or 2. But hold yourself here first. Make sure you can hold this for like 15, 20, 30 seconds. All right, so you've practiced that. Stay in it if you're in it. Now, if you're new to the pose, or if this is enough for you, keep practicing that now. And make sure you don't look back at your feet. Looking back is absolutely pointless. This is why I never ever teach to put a block under your head. That's pointless, because then you just look at your feet, and that's a really bad habit to get into, because whenever you advance this pose, I'll show you, like floating back or taking a handstand, you've got to look slightly forward. So practicing looking back, I think, is pointless. I would rather you stand on a block. Actually, I think this is a really good idea, so try this with me if you're new to the pose. And then you got your hands about a foot or more in front of your block or toes. You bend your arms, place your shins or knees on your arms, or a bit of both. Shoulders past fingertips. Hold that. Because then you're in the shape. Your hips are a bit higher now, your feet are a bit lifted, so you're really starting to hold your body weight here. And eventually, your toes will lift. So, practice that, team. If you want to try the single leg variation, I like to do this. I start in a lunge. There's a little dimple just above the elbow. We're not here for much longer, but just keep practicing. Little dimple above the elbow, that's where I put my knee in this one. And I start in this lunge. Notice, the knee's on the elbow, the toes are on the floor, the back leg is in a lunge. Stay here, practice this. This is a lot. Shoulders past fingertips. If you want to go further, you lift the heel. Keep your shoulders past fingertips. If you want to go further, you lift this leg. Give that a go if you like. I feel like I need to show you on the other side now. My body's like, seriously? It's late. I'll just do it on the other side to be even. Okay. Keep practicing what you're practicing. If you're ready for this, go for it. Of course, you can come into single crow from full crow, but I'm going to do this. So, lining up that knee just over that elbow. This is my not as strong side. Start in the lunge, shoulders forward, lift the heel, maybe lift the other foot. There you go. All right, let's move on. Bring the back of your hands to the floor, make fists and release, releasing your wrists. You can also do this with the back of your hands together, just wriggling your fingers. We're going to do 2 more rounds of flow, tiny bit more spice. Let's go. Down dog, high plank, right arm high, side plank, lift the leg, wild thing. Take a breath, lift your right arm, right leg. Try for 5 counts to move that foot in the air and you're on one hand to get to wide lunge. 5, 4, 3, start to lift the back heel. 2, 1, take your bow. Arms straight, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Stalk, lift your back knee. Arrow, crescent. Twist. Stay here or floating side plank. Right leg lifts. Back to our little lunge, crescent, arms sweep up. Warrior 2. Give yourself a high five, turn your toes to the side and bow. Now, if you like, you could hold your ankles or somewhere on your legs. Maybe shake out your head. Or you could take a triangle or tripod headstand. But don't do this off the wall if you can't. Use a wall or just stay in the fold. Keep it safe, you're standing on your head. All the body weight pressure is in your neck, so keep it safe. If you're upside down, come back. Just a gentle movement of your head. Fly your arms wide. Squeeze your legs and glutes on as you slowly rise back up like a wide deadlift. Warrior 2, right toes forward. Reverse your warrior. Right arm back. Hands to the floor. High to low plank. Back bend push up. Downward facing. High plank. Left arm high side plank. Lift the left leg, wild thing, take a breath. Lift the arm, lift the leg, 5 counts to low lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow. Arms straight, 3-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge to stalk. Lift your knee. Arrowhead, crescent lunge. Twist, right hand down. Stay here or floating side plank. Another breath. Step it forward again, crescent lunge, reach up. Warrior two. Palms touch, turn those front toes sideways and fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. If you like, you could interlace your fingers. You can also get upside down here. Could be any headstand, forearm stand, or straddle handstand. Just play with different variations. If you can't clasp your hands and get your knuckles towards the floor, it's okay to hold your ankles again or have your hands or forearms on the floor. Arms wide, legs and glutes squeeze on as you slowly rise. Left toes forward, warrior two, and then inhale to reverse. Hands to the floor. High plank to low. Push up or back bend. Downward facing. Come to the front of your mat, step hop or fly there. Roll yourself up and bow. Crow pose, or you could take Malasana. If it's too much, just come into a squat or something else. I'm just going to hold crow for this one. You can do single if you want to, just choose your bad side maybe. Notice that I'm not looking at my feet. Slightly forward. Now, if you're in crow, you could drop your shoulders and float to low plank. Otherwise, you could fold over your legs, half lift, step or float, or just step back. Just go to low plank. Push up or back bend. Downward facing. Let's do one last round. High plank. Right arm high. Lift the leg. Wild thing. Take a breath. Lift the arm, lift the leg. 5 counts to wide lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow down. Arms straight, 3-legged dog. Exhale, lunge. Stalk. Lift the back knee. Arrow. Crescent. Twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Stay here or floating side plank. Right leg lifts. Step it forward. Crescent lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, rise. And exhale, fold. Anything here, take your fold, hold your ankles. You might try to join me in some straddle handstands, or at least you don't have to handstand. You bring your hands way off your mat, out in front. Shoulders over your knuckles, lift your heels and lean into your arms. Stay there, or you could hop if you want to. Just for 3, 2, 1. Arms fly wide, slowly rise. Warrior two, right toes forward. Reverse to the floor. High to low. Vinyasa. Down dog, this is our last side. High plank. Left arm high. Lift the leg, come to wild thing. Lift the arm. Lift the leg. 5 counts, wide lunge. 5, 4. This is so much shoulder stability and core in serratus. 3, 2, 1. Knee goes wide, bow. Arms straight, 3-legged dog. Low lunge. Stalk pose. Lift your knee. Arrow. Crescent. Twist right hand down. Stay or play floating side plank. Step forward, crescent lunge, both arms to the sky. Warrior two. Touch palms, turn the toes, fold over your wide-legged stance. Now, you could hold that right leg, pull your head down towards it, take a few breaths and then go to the other side. I'm going back to straddle, so hands off the mat, shoulders over knuckles, lift your heels, stay or hop. If you're going to try to hold it like this and you're not so familiar, go to a wall, make sure your arms are ready to hold you. You've got to push the floor away. Arms fly out wide, slowly rise. Left toes forward, warrior two, inhale to reverse. Hands to the floor. High to low plank. Push up, back bend. Downward facing. Step or hop to the center of your mat. We're coming to Baddha Konasana. I'm going to turn around to face you. So now soles of feet together, knees wide. You can have your feet really close. If you need them further away, that's okay. Now either interlace your fingers around your toes and pull yourself down, or you could reach forward. Stay there for longer, or you could bring your feet out wide for your splits, your wide splits. Let's rise. Bring your legs out in front of you. Now, you can have your feet on the floor, or just, actually, you know what, I'm only just adding this now. Feet on the floor, hands behind you. Push your chest forward. Getting a little into your shoulders. We're going to stretch them out again in a moment, but just pause here. Okay. Now give yourself a cuddle, round into a ball. Push back so you're stretching out your upper back. And then bring your block close just in case you need it for your shoulder stand. You're going to come into plow. If you can't get to this shape, plow, Halasana, you can just lay on your back and cuddle your knees to your chest. Either stay there or come to shoulder stand. Remember, you can always put a block under your hips so you don't have to hold yourself. So if you do that, you just put your feet on the floor, lift your hips, put the block underneath and lift your feet. You don't need your arms for that one. You can also just turn around and put your feet up the wall. So do those alternatives if you need them. Otherwise you hold yourself with your pinky fingers parallel to your spine. got knees on your head or next to your ears. I quite like on my head. It really gets into my neck. Let's roll down, come to happy baby, so grab your feet or shins, knees wider than your ribs. Again, if you can't, you just tuck your knees in, that's fine. Feet hip width apart on the floor. You can take wheel if you want to, otherwise slowly come up, hands behind you. I like fingers facing towards the feet, towards the front of the mat for reverse tabletop. So you're squeezing on your glutes to open the front of your hips. You're pushing your arms strongly down and pushing your chest up. So you're stretching out your shoulders and your shoulder tendons. You can tilt your head back if you like. My neck doesn't love that, so sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. If you'd like more time here, take it. Otherwise, lay down. We're going to twist to the left. Arms wide, knees together. Otherwise, any type of twist. Just close your eyes. Let your body relax. Other side. Back to center. Take any rock or roll on your back that you like to finish, any other shape or movement. And then let's go to Shavasana. I'm going to cut this off in a moment, but please try to lay here for 5 minutes to soak it all up. So lay down comfortably. This is comfortable for me with the blocks. Just take a deep breath. Sigh it all away. Remember our quote today, been there, done that, and give me more.